Hey guys, what's going on? Sedsibi here. We're going to continue our Let's Play of RimWorld. And if you guys remember, we crash landed here in the last episode. We moved our settlement from the middle of the map up here where we started down to this lower right hand corner here. Focused around this steam geyser so we could get some thermal power. And I just really like the layout, having these two choke points here that we could use to defend ourselves. And if you remember last time, we had our first encounter with raiders, where we had Wong, the male marine, who attacked us and did his best to try and take over our camp, but it was unsuccessful, and we incapacitated him. No, we have him captured in our little prison here. At the same time, we got Colin, another male, or no, I'm sorry, it was Baldwin. Baldwin was our refugee, who just showed up out of nowhere to join our colony, which is great news for us. So now we've got 5 people in total, including a prisoner. So I'm going to go ahead and let the game start moving again here and get to show you what we can actually do with prisoners in this game. So if you see here, if you click on a normal person, now as Ruiz the Commissar is recruited, let's unrecruit her so she can go about her daily life. She only has 3 tabs though. If you look at her command panel down here, what her thoughts are. She's very loyal. She's pretty well happy. Not afraid of much at this moment. And some things that are affecting her output, what she's doing. So like she's just finished eating, so she's happy. She's sleeping, so everything's going up there. Here's her needs. Her food's going down. It always goes down unless they're currently eating. Rest always goes down unless they're currently sleeping. And then her character attributes here, what she's good at. And these increase as they do these things. So if I let her do some research, this will go up, as well as some stats about her. Well, when we click on a prisoner, we get an additional button here. We get the prisoner tab. And we can either feed them or not. We can also try and recruit them, and then we can have various interactions with them, from just completely leaving them alone and just feeding them, which is what Leonard's doing right now. We can have a friendly chat. We can just beat them mildly. Mild beatings are always fun. No harm in a little mild beating. Or maybe some vicious beating. Maybe they really did some wrong to us, so let's just beat the crap out of them. Or we could just outright execute them, because, who doesn't like good old-fashioned execution? Well, Wong is a Marine, and if we look at his character, he's a damn good shot. He's got a level 10 shooting. That is very, very good. Mischance per square of distance is 2%. This guy is highly accurate because he's a Space Marine. That's what you expect, right? So I want to try and recruit him. And the best way to recruit him is to be friendly to him. So let's give a friendly chat. Now the only people that will give a friendly chat are anybody we have checked as a warden. Baldwin, our settler here. Wow, he's actually good at researching. Anybody who's checked as a warden. Unfortunately, both of my wardens have very low aptitude at this. They only have a level 2. So, well, hopefully he'll come join our side, but it might take a while. Now our settler here, he's actually got doctoring as well, so we're going to enable that. And he's pretty good at researching for this new guy. Now we're about getting to the point where we want to start taking people off of doing everything. Once you get your colony to a certain size, it helps to really let people specialize. Like Leonard the Oaf here is really good at growing, and the Commissar is not so good at growing. So maybe we'll have her do the growing and him not, or have him do the growing and her not grow. Same thing with mining. Really, it's the growing and mining you want to cut down. Sometimes you'll get somebody who's just really bad all around. Like, eventually, I'd like to have Ruiz be nothing but construction, repair, hauling, and cleaning, and just get rid of all these actual traits here. And she'll just run around and do some jobs, whatever needs being done. You'll find that things get done a little quicker when you get to that point. But at the moment, we really don't need that. Now I'm going to make this my laboratory. So that's going to be next on our list of things to do here. I also need to make another bedroom now that I have an additional settler. So let's just dig out another bedroom like that. And let's drop a lamp in here. Maybe we'll throw a research bench in the corner up here. We'll throw another light in the room. Wow, Wong has already been recruited. That was very fast. So we don't have a prisoner anymore, which is great. We'll throw a potted plant in here, keep them happy. We'll put a little table with a chair. Put a couple of chairs in there. And then smooth stone floor for this part. And we'll use metal tile for there. Just let them keep building this. As you see, everybody's come back down here to build stuff. We got plenty of food out here. Unfortunately, it's sitting out in the sun, which isn't really good. So there we have it. And this is where perhaps getting someone to focus on mining would be a good thing. So Leonard our oaf is probably pretty good at it. But he's also really good at growing, so we're not going to have him do mining. Colin our settler is pretty good at growing. Ruiz is terrible at growing though, so we're just going to let her focus on mining. And that should help speed up the mining. There we go, perfect. For the time being, we can unforbid that. Now we got a little sleeping quarters for anybody who doesn't have a bed yet. And again, let's go ahead and get these floors to be smooth stone over here. We'll wait until she finishes this hallway before we do that, but and now we still have Wong up here, and we actually have another weapon, so we're going to go ahead and give Wong his pistol back now that he's working for us. These boom rats actually kind of annoy me sometimes because they will go ahead and eat your food. They'll eat your plants, they'll eat your crops, so they're a little bit of a nuisance. It's not terrible, but they are what they are. I do wish the AI was a little smarter, because when Wong's done here, if he's making a trip this way, instead of grabbing food, dropping it off at the stockpile, and then coming in here to do whatever he's doing, he's just going to walk straight back here and get food. Not exactly efficient. We've got to extend our home zone a little bit here, again. I'm probably going to put some underground farms over here eventually. Need research project. Oh, right. I actually have a research table. Now, gun turret cooling is going to be the first thing on my list of priorities. We have 2 researchers here. And I'm going to go ahead and remove plant cutting from both of them. They'll still do repairs, constructing, growing, mining, hauling, and cleaning, but they won't cut plants. So they're not actually going to go out here and do the harvest. That should give them a little bit of free time to go and do some research between the two of them. Yeah, they just had themselves a little chat. Had a social chat. +7. Perfect. What I'd really like to do is get some of this stuff cleaned up. All this debris you see on the ground here from the construction. Eventually, when they have time and there's not a lot of other things to do, the settlers will come through and they'll clean this blood up from that boom rat that was killed inside. They'll eventually, well, I don't think they'll clean up here because I don't think I have it allocated. No, I don't. So they won't clean up there, but they will clean all inside here, this debris out here. They'll haul away any of these excess rocks. In fact, I can specifically tell them to get this stuff out of here. Perfect. And there we got it. Let's throw another lamp. Another bed in here. And a potted plant, as is standard procedure for the bedrooms in this station. Let's turn that back into our prison. And Wong has his own room now. Beautiful. Now, as I don't want to waste some of this excess space down here, I'm going to go ahead and lay out what I'd like to happen. But first, now that I think about it, we're going to need some more defenses. So, we are going to set up. I want to make sure we get a good defensive line. I don't want to give these guys any room to sneak in here. 1. A good size explosion radius, but I believe that's big enough. 2. 3. And I don't have the materials to do another one, but those should all be powered up just fine. Let's go ahead and set up some more mining there. While they're building that stuff, we'll go ahead and lay out how I want this area. Now, if we make this some more billeting, that could work out all right. Cargo unit. Ah. It's a little ways away, but let's go ahead and unforbid that. If they got some time, they can go pick it up. Probably not going to happen, but... Alright. Now we're starting to see the first issues. We're running out of power. This many turrets is too much. This many facilities is just too much to handle. Wow, Leonard's already going up here to haul. That's fantastic. This many turrets, though, it's just too much for one generator to handle. And this generator outputs 4,000 watts, and it currently has 5,000 connected. So it's not storing any. Basically, it has 150 extra watts, and each of these turrets need 350, so they can't draw on it. So as soon as they're done, I'm going to have to start setting up some batteries. One of the things we could do, we could turn off some lights. For instance, we don't really need this light. We turn it off. Now we've got 300 watts. One of these turrets should come online then. Oh, we need 350. Nobody's doing any research. We don't really need any light in here. We can kill both of these lights. One of these turrets came on. We still have 250. Kill a third light. 50 watts. Everything's on. Everybody's happy. Perfect. Let's also get this debris out of here. Just whenever they get a chance. One thing that makes me a little wary is how we're going to break through here and bridge our gap over into the main mountainside over here. This is where we're going to find the rest of our minerals that we need. Now we got a little bit of sunshine coming up. We need to start building our solar farm. Best place to do it, out in the sunshine. Always want some room to roam around these things. So there's 3 solar panels. Let's go ahead and link them together, link them into our power grid, just like that. That'll give us the excess power during the day. But what we really need is someplace to store is to have some batteries for these things. And you can't keep batteries outside, unfortunately, for the obvious reason of they're batteries. You don't want to get them wet. So we're going to go ahead and build ourselves something around battery packs. That should work. Uh-oh. Now we got a raiding party. 4 raiders have landed. And they are most assuredly coming to attack us here shortly. You know what? That stuff needs to be forbid. Because otherwise they're going to go up there and spoil our surprise. But before that, we need to get some sandbags set up. Across the front of these. With some walls in between them. Now, I think the best way to do this Get that wall built before I do any digging. Now we have just enough power right now to fight this off with just our geothermal. However, we always want more. And these don't provide any power at night. So hopefully, between Wong and Ruiz, who will become our 2 soldiers, and these 4 auto turrets, we should be alright. One thing we're going to need to do, though, is increase our home zone to include these 3. I'm just going to let them keep doing that, and we'll see if these 4 turrets can handle 4 raiders on their own. And I'm not going to call out these 2 unless I absolutely have to. I don't want them to get hurt. Should start seeing fire here soon. There we go. I think I'm going to have to get him out. Alright, so we successfully defeated the raiders. Looks like one of them survived. And we ended up with a big fire over here. And everybody's coming over to fight it. Let's unforbid all this stuff. And again, I like all the help I can get here. So 3 raiders were killed, 1 was captured. We only lost 1 turret, which is definitely a good thing. Prefer to lose no turrets, but that's the way it is. So far so good. Survived 2 raids now. And as you can see, they just keep getting bigger and bigger. The next raid will probably be at least 5, probably more raiders. One thing I might end up doing is building a funnel here, forcing them to come through an area of my choosing. And we gotta build some graves now. Gotta have somewhere to bury these bodies. I'm gonna use these graves in the middle of the desert as a warning to new raiders coming in. that yeah, you don't want to be here. Lots of fires raging on this planet right now. And they'll just keep spreading till they burn themselves out, lack of fuel or whatever. Or it starts raining. As long as they don't come down into my area, I don't really care. Pretty much everybody's going to bed now. And we are going to need that new room, because eventually Conway will be swayed to join us. We're going to build a wall here. We're going to need our power conduit. Build another light because it's getting dark in here. And yeah, we're almost to the end of week 2. So, the colony's coming along pretty well. I think we'll have enough rooms here for everybody shortly. Let's just go ahead and speed this up through the night. Colin has some issue here. What are his problems? Observed corpse, that bothers him. Hideous environment, cramped environment, in darkness. I could see that being an issue. We'll give you some lights down here. And we'll just go ahead and drop smooth stone on all of this. I don't think anybody's even touched the research yet. Need to rebuild this turret as well. And the sandbags in front of it. And then the walls to its side. And then we actually need to power this wall here. Let's speed things up again. It's a lot of smooth stone to make. Leonard's finally healed up a little bit. Now This has probably been a bad choice of putting debris, because debris actually will give you some cover. Day 13. Let's get this stone floor smoothed out as well. Throw a door in here. Get our power conduits routed. Everybody's coming in now for some construction work. Except for Wong, who, wants to tunnel. Speed it up again for him. The big thing I'm going to do here is this is going to become my battery room. I'm not positive how we're going to lay it out yet. Right there's going to be our door. Leonard's doing his job here, hauling supplies. Good on him. Got good food stockpiles, so should we end up with a famine or a failed crop, something infests our crops and destroys them all, we'll probably still be all right. But it is now morning of day 14. We're going to call that this episode. Next time, we'll finish building these battery bays so we don't have this problem of when the sun goes down, we lose power. We should be able to power everything. And hopefully we'll force somebody into researching now that we have another colonist, another captured guy. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked watching the RimWorld videos, please like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.